Всем добрый вечер. Добро пожаловать на мой стрим, мои девочки, мои друзья. Welcome to Stalker Clear Sky. We are going to be playing in master difficulty. I've actually already, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can play this in master difficulty, but let's try anyway.
You have
I'm
to.
pretty sure I already started a game in master difficulty, but I didn't actually play it.
But why?
Because I am not gonna die.
Every time Scar gets hurt because of fall damage.
No.
I'm gonna call it out.
That's a cute doggo.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Let me see if I can find Scar's rifle at the start of the game.
You know what he's holding?
Yeah.
The Vintorez.
Yeah. You already played Clear Sky. Now you're gonna watch it again?
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
It's making up. You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
How I'm feeling? My head's splitting and spinning too. Basically, I'm in real good shape.
Do you remember what happened to you?
Why is it okay? I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, a bunch of scientists, then the emission. That's it! What am I? Is this heaven? Then what? Then why does it look so much like the zone?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
I guess I got lucky then.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Okay. Am I going back to sleep? I can't remember.
I think you're supposed to get out.
I can't move though.
Yeah, but you'll be able to move.
Oh, okay. Talk to the barman.
Yeah, the barman.
Poltergeist, do you see those? Controller, crow, dog, mutant boar, poltergeist,
Ooh,
suited
I
up.
didn't see that.
Yeah. Let's explore, I guess.
Welcome back from the afterworld. Hello, Mark.
Only the key
You
ones.
became
just like
quite a
the-
legend
just
while you were out of it.
to its nipple.
Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
There's not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when an emission hit. I remember nothing after that. I regained my consciousness here, so now you tell me what happened.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause.
How did you end up here?
Collecting bottles one after another, and they let me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. They didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cole around here.
Hold it. About this place, would you give me a clue as to where we are?
In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
I'm no stranger to the zone, yet I've never heard about Clear Sky. How do things work
I know
here?
why you've never heard of it. Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Beanpolev, Professor Beanpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that... And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows what
leave the Merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on. I'll catch you later.
Okay, I'll catch you later then. Catch you later.
Alligator?
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better.
Does he look like a young man? I've seen all types of folks in the zone. Some come here chasing their dreams, some in search of the zone's wonders, and some are just looking for loot. Why does Clear Sky study the zone? Why do you keep stretching your neck?
People are
Or-
mistaken in their
or
belief
whatever
that they
you call
understand
that.
the essence
Thank-
of what the
I mean,
zone truly
what do
is.
you call that
Some
action where
consider
he
it
like
to be a universal
rotates his
evil,
head?
others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo,
Ergo.
the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger.
So what is
Young
the
man,
zone?
if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone: coexistence.
Why is the zone having the shakes?
How
Know
can I
anything
best
about that?
explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. that was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork.
I wish I knew.
That's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster.
Is it really within man's
Since
power?
man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case.
In what way exactly? What is the point of the rest?
I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
I see ya.
If that is all, I better get back to my work.
Okay, see ya. I'll talk to you later. What's your name again? What is the name of this dude again?
I guess you're also not great with names.
Nimble. Nimble. I forgot.
You also forgot his name? Yeah, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, and it's also in your playthrough.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure.
You forgot Nimble.
Let me fill you in on the situation. You're in the
No.
Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Why are you
As I
hiding?
said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions.
Wars.
That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
What was so peculiar about it? We've had
No,
emissions before.
that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
If I knew how I survived, I'd tell you in a second, but I don't remember
see.
anything.
How can I help you?
I'd better leave. I'm pretty beat up, but I can still walk and hold the gun. How do I get out
Getting
of here?
out of here isn't easy,
I don't
not by a long
remember
shot.
if it's ever
The
revealed
swamps
how
are a
Scar
real
did
maze
manage
of
to
reeds
survive.
and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and
Why,
human
I can't
scum.
hear you.
And I don't know this is
Lebedev is talking over you.
Only a god
Oh,
can
sorry,
lead you
sorry.
safely
I
out.
understand.
We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
What were you saying?
I don't remember whether it was explained why Scar managed to survive.
Yeah,
Or maybe that doctor guy said it.
Forster told you. Forster told you.
I don't remember.
What are you
We're having a
trying to
very tough
say?
time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost.
Your
We're under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of them. That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it
Okay.
makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone?
I remember bits
Great.
and pieces.
Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment.
Okay.
After that, head straight.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna
Trader,
try
a fighter is on his way to you.
finding some stuff
Issue him with
first,
all
just
the
to make
equipment
sure I
he'll
don't
need for the
miss
mission.
anything.
Roger that.
What shall you find that I completely missed because I rushed through Clear Sky because I wanted to play Call of Duty yet.
You wanna talk to me now, Nimble? Do it, please. Alright, alright. Oh wait, he's tired. Okay. I need to get here.
Visitor? I'll be right there.
At last. Here, take
Take this basic equipment kit.
It's designed specifically for patrol missions.
Yeah,
Thanks! Hey, is it always is stressful?
I've been
here?
ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions.
Yeah, I'm gone. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm in the base, of course. I can't.
What you need, Stalker?
Why are you having
Speak up,
a
will
hard
ya?
time breathing? So are you ready to go to the outpost? I'm ready. Alright, I'll blindfold you until we get there. You understand, I'm sure we must keep the route secret. Right. Right! I think I better save.
Yes, you
Wha-
should.
Why is it there like... Oh, okay, there we go. I thought there wasn't a save option. I double save. Nope. Oh, there we go.
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
There's like an artifact here.
Yeah, I did. I managed to get. That's
Got
probably
it?
that's probably the only artifact that I've got in the whole game.
No, no, not the water, please. Okay. I can't remember where it is here.
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies.
Go further to the
You
right.
can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current
Live it,
detector
Dev. Shut
isn't
up.
exactly top
I
of the
can't
line.
hear it.
It only shows the distance to the artifact.
I don't want to die. Oh
You
boy!
keep going straight.
Oh no 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 way! No way! It's like too early.
You die, you know,
No! It's like too early to die. Can I go
I'm
there?
gonna be yes.
Okay.
You're supposed to die early because Scar is weak.
What's my save? Is it F5? Oh, it's F5. I thought it was F6. Okay.
You gotta F5. A lot.
Of course.
You know this. You're like chatting all the tips and tricks. And you're the one who forgets.
Yeah. Wow, my health restores. I just realized. Or maybe it's the bandage. I don't know. Is it
Bleed's
restoring?
gonna be fun.
Is it restoring? Yeah, it's gonna be fun, like real fun.
Can't really see it, your face is covering. Bleeding.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
You think I will die from that?
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
There's gonna be an mission anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I just realized I don't have crosshair!
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get
I
to
don't
cover
know. Did
now.
Get to cover. Sorry, my dude. I need to go. Oh!
Did you fall to your death?
I
There, you blame Scar. Who's controlling
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Please let me go down without I can't grab onto the ladder. Oh my god, there we go. I thought I wouldn't be able to. Come on. There we go. I can at least hide here, I guess.
You don't even have to hide, just stay up there.
I'm
And
the
outcome is still the same.
Yeah. I shouldn't have jumped. I shouldn't have jumped.
Yeah, because you've proven the Scar is
No! No! Ask Libido what happened. Do I still have my stuff with me? Yeah. It's not weak, it's just an accident. He was not able to grab to the ladder.
okay.
I wasn't able to grab to the ladder. Where's the ladder?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to grab that one as well.
You
That's
survived
called
the
a ladder.
emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Why the emissions occur this
A
often?
normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the Brain Scorcher.
Someone got past the Scorcher? What risk does this pose for the zone?
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the Wish Granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now.
I don't know.
What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the Brain Scorcher.
Is there a real way to pass Scorcher? Even a theoretical
I didn't think
chance?
so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
What is the danger of such frequent emissions?
I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things.
I don't
A
trust
system,
you.
any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what S.T.A.L.K.E.R is doing. We're trying to prevent that disaster.
Prevent the disaster? You're not even strong enough to fight off bandits.
You're right. But we do know how to prevent the disaster and stop the emissions. And that means something.
Lots of confidence you got there. So what's the plan?
We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
And why are you telling me this, of all people?
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities,
Scar
your
is
gift,
not
your
weak.
curse, call it what you will. They mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Not sure I want to jump right in the thick of things. Why do I have to take part in this?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
Looks like my options are pretty limited.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us?